Hello everyone and welcome to the latest PokeGuardian podcast episode 48. I'm your host PrimalLugia, and today we have a returning guest all the way from England, Ryan from Braysh Gaming and co-owner Kādo Collectables. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm very happy to be here, Zach. Very happy indeed. How are you?
Excellent. Yes, so we have some news to talk about. We've been absent for like the last 2 months nearly. Why I skipped those months is because, in my opinion, September was not as exciting as October was. And here we are, covering all the hype stuff that is coming up. First of all, card pickups. It's been a while for me as well.
Yes.
It's been since January this year for you, Ryan. So what did you pick up?
Well, I've definitely a lot since January. I'm sort of doing a lot of vending at the minute, Zach. So I'm sort of lots of cards are passing through my hands. At the minute, I've got quite a special card in my collection, which I'd like to just show off. It's the Kādo Mew, which I think you'll agree, this is always like a stunning card. Doesn't matter if this is like a PSA 1. Like the Kādo Mew is just like iconic. This is a 9 OC. So you can see the off-centering on it. We've got the really big border here. We've got a really rubbish border here. And 9 OC is actually the highest grade a PSA OC card can get. There's no such thing as a 10 OC. That's the highest off-center grade a card can get. So really cool. Really happy to have that for now, at least. What about you?
I think that the artwork of Shining Mew is really looking like a modern card, right? In terms of, what techniques they used. If this card was released today, it still looks super fresh, in my opinion, right? Doesn't look. It looks like it's been digitally done, but I think it's like hand drawn. Very cool technique.
It is very nice, and it's maybe one day we'll get cards like this in one of the shiny sets again, but
who knows?
It's not this day.
30th anniversary classic collection. Who knows?
Oh,
but,
yes.
I really want an English release of that, but we can always hope.
Do we? Do we really?
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like over-releasing things just takes it away. Like if they release a Masked Royal card now, Zach, in English, I would be a little bit unhappy about it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think that the Shining Mew is... I think the Shining Mew is a little bit more... it's also been there for many people. You can see it on the internet. To localize it today, to show off, hey, this is the history of the Pokemon card game. This is the first shiny Mew card. I think it's very a nice one, to show off. As a 30th anniversary set. Would be very cool in my opinion. They haven't done shinings before in the anniversary set. Let's do that one. Why not? Oh, no, the Magikarp was a shining card.
Let's just do the whole... let's just bring back all the shinies. I mean, it could have come back in Celebrations, couldn't it? It's that iconic, kind of like a lot of the other ones. If we have something similar again for the 30th anniversary, which is it... It's not next year, is it? It's the year after? Or is it next year? I think it could be next year.
I think 1.5 years.
Oh, God.
Something like that.
Oh, God.
it's coming closer with...
That's gone really fast, hasn't it? That's terrifying.
5 years. Life goes fast, man.
It does, mate.
Moving on.
It really does.
Moving on, yes. I have picked up a couple of, in my opinion, super exotic cards as well. I think in my last episode, I showed off Indonesian cards. And here I have again, I don't know if you can tell, but this is the Gengar from 151. And this is the Master Ball card. And this is the closest you can get as an English Gengar, in a Master Ball version. Why? As you can see, it's called Gengar. That's the only Asian country that is calling Gengar in our English, language. You can see here, Poltergeist, Holodive. Of course, right? The rest is in Indonesian language. But honestly, this is as close you can get as an English release.
That's really
with
cool.
the benefits of the Japanese version.
That's nice. I didn't know this. That's really cool.
Thank you very much.
Beautiful Komiya card.
Yeah, that's amazing. And it's very affordable as well. It's like $50 on eBay. This one is the the regular
And it's sealed in
Pokeball.
a packet, is it, Zach?
Yes. How you can obtain this is in Indonesia. They have of course, local game stores, Pokemon card gym stores. The Pokemon Store League equivalents. And you can, they will have a bunch of these promos. It's not the only promo, and you have to win like tournaments and such in order to obtain these. And I believe the Master Ball was for the winners only. So
you are the winner.
In this case, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Yes. I am the winner of these cards that I purchased myself. Yeah, but
you're the winner of all the bidding that went on eBay for him. Basically,
I went to a holodeck on eBay to get these. But
God's sake!
But I really urge you to look into these, because there's also a Mewtwo coming up next year, the 151 Mewtwo, and this style can with English benefits, Roman language, cool. Alphabet. Really advise you to check into these. But that is my pickups. I'll keep modest because we have much to discuss for this episode. First, yes, I think last Friday, things have been surging around in terms of hype.
Oh my god.
I don't know if you have, encountered some of the hype, Ryan, yourself, but Surging Sparks released on November 8th, and too much hype, and for its own good. What do you think about the set?
I thought it was a pretty cool set. I opened the Japanese set, Zach, the SV8.
Yes, Super Electric Breaker.
Super Electric Breaker, which obviously makes up the bulk of this set. Chasing down the Pikachu and the sort of... a lot of the SAR cards were really nice in this set. So obviously you had like Durant, and you had Milotic, and you also had the Hydreigon. I actually had the Hydreigon at my last card show. I had it in my hand, but unfortunately gone. And it's Akira Egawa, which is my personal favourite artist. And it's, oh my god, to see it in the flesh, the Japanese one was absolutely stunning. I'm so glad I owned it for about half an hour, Zach. And I put it in my display cabinet, and I was like, I prospectively put a price on it, I hope this doesn't sell. And someone came up and was like, oh, I'm having that. It's like, okay. I'm a bit sad about it, but I don't mind you taking it. But I'm actually just pretty excited about the Japanese set, only because, I thought a lot of the artwork was actually really quite special. But I think there's a little bit of overhype with the Pikachu in the English for sure. What do you think about that?
First of all, I want to talk about the Japanese release. That release went quite smoothly. I haven't seen crazy stuff happening. The price of Pikachu was again quite high. I think it's still like sub 20,000 yen right now after 1 or 2 months. That's strangely affordable in this market for what it really is. The English release, that's a different story. And I want to give you some arguments, very carefully as well. First of all, the demand for this set has been way higher. Pikachu's on the forefront. You know what Pikachu does, generates a lot of buzz, right?
Absolutely.
But I think there's more to it. I personally think that many people, you have been there in January, right? You have seen the Paradox Rift release, right? You said in January, you didn't care about all these ancient and future Pokemon. And, rightly so. If you don't care about them, you don't care about them.
Does sound like something I would say, yes.
People care about Pikachu. And all this year, except for Paradise Dragona, which makes up for Surging Sparks, has been with unfamiliar Pokemon, right? People just wanted a set like this for the whole year, and now everything was released into one set. Hey, this more familiar Pokemon, Executor, you have Licia, you have Pikachu, Jasmine, Flygon, everything familiar is in there. Latias and Latios also coming back.
Yeah, huge cards.
There's some huge bangers in there. And now, my local game store said we are sold out. The demand is so high. Pre-orders went off the roof, right? It has been demanding so much. If you look on YouTube, there are, for example, Alpha Investments is like a big investment YouTuber. He said he couldn't keep up with demand. Usually he would sell like cases on Patreon followers. He said, no, this time you don't get a case. You get like 3 boxes.
Wow.
He had to tone it down. So the demand is so high. And the boxes are not being resold at $100, but like near MSRP. It's like $160 at release, before release as well. So high demand.
That's huge.
Now the artwork. Yeah, that's the whole discussion, right? And I think that's a nice summary of 2024. Ancient and future Pokemon released, to not a warm reception in my opinion. There was Twilight Masquerade that went quite well for what it really is. But then you have Surging Sparks, and this is the set that people were waiting for the whole year. What do you think about that, Ryan?
I think you're right. This is the first set that's not kind of relating to sort of back end of Scarlet and Violet DLCs and stuff like that, isn't it? So like the Terapagos and the other guys and the
Ogerpon.
Ogerpon, yeah. I mean, sure. New Pokemon always take a little while to kind of like start to resonate with, tugging at your nostalgia strings and stuff like that. Fortunately for Pokemon, they do have Pikachu to fall back on, which is exactly what they've done here. And yeah, a lot of the art rare cards include Pokemon like Spheal, and you got the Latias and Latios, you got Phanpy, you got, Skarmory. These are like really sort of solid favourites, I think. So it's full of, you're right, Zach, it's full of fan favourites, which I didn't actually consider before. But yeah, looking at the set now, they've sort of given, sort of maybe made up for the rest of the year, do you think? A little bit?
I think so. Because
where's Charizard? It's missing Charizard.
Yes, and that I think
Charizard.
that's yet still to come. In maybe what's the set coming? Prismatic Evolutions. Who knows, right? Who knows? It's always possible, right? It's
just
don't rule out
Charizard.
Yes, they need to. Again, that set doesn't come. Doesn't release next year for no reason, right? Everyone's wallets is empty from the last holiday by then, and that's how they make that revenue for the year. And from what I heard, right, I do not I cannot confirm this, but I heard via a good source, a friend, Pokemon sold 30% less this year, TPCI, right? So yeah, I think a set like Prismatic Evolutions, in which we will talk about in the next topics later on this podcast, is a reason that this set may, give some last hope for it. Not necessarily to save this year, but why I say this, because if they really sold 30% less than last year, which was very strong in my opinion, 151 really set a high demand, still a high demand. The reprints is getting out of, people are paying €50 for a booster bundle, a reprint right now, €10 a pack. That is the effect of 151, really. So to do 30% less than that year is really solid. With those kind of Pokemon in there, right? Ancient and Future and Stellar, and again, the Mask Pokemon. Yeah, I think that they have done excellent for what it really is. And don't get me wrong, Archers, special Archers are still fantastic stuff. But the identity, they have to release this because of the games. And in 10 years, people will be nostalgic for them. But Surging Sparks is really what fans wanted all year.
Yeah. And now that we've finished doing the DLC, I know next year we're getting the trainers Pokemon back, aren't we? Which sure we'll talk about shortly.
That's for next year.
That's for next year. Yeah. There's evidently like going to be like this gap now between where the games have finished and where the next game's going to pick off. Because usually next February, that's the 3-year cycle that we usually stick to with Pokemon. That's when they're going to announce Generation 10. Usually, but we're not sure this time. We know we still got Legends Zygarde Z to A coming.
Yes.
At some point, so I'm sure cards will relate to that. But I don't think that's going to be till obviously back end of next year now, which would be. I think it'd be a surprise to get it much earlier than sort of this time September next year. So there's a lot to fill between now and then with sort of just sets that hopefully they can just put cards in that people quite like.
They can go crazy. There's nothing left for them anymore. Like you just said, make their money. Fan favorites and Lily, Cynthia and Giovanni, which we again talk about in a bit. But I think we haven't seen the best yet of Scarlet and Violet, and that really says a lot. And if this lesser year is still doing 30% less sales, that is really a huge achievement, in my opinion. Very respectable. If that's right.
Yeah,
right?
I completely understand what you mean by that as well.
Yeah.
With that 151, still very good indeed. And still time as well, Zach. Still time.
There's still time. But let's see. Yeah, I think with that we will go to the next topic. This topic is very something different. This is from Taiwan and Hong Kong, right? Traditional Chinese. This set is really, really interesting. What this contains is a Pikachu card that we first of all never seen before, and secondly, this may never ever come outside of these two countries. And it was released, released in October 25th, so last month, and it cost 680 Hong Kong dollars. So that's roughly 82 euros. I think 75 to GBP for the British people, indeed. 68 British pounds.
Thank you. We just rely on everyone to know English to convert to pounds for us. So just do everything for us, really. So thank you for that. 68. That's pretty reasonable.
You're welcome. Yeah, that is pretty reasonable. So what this contains is like a celebration of the 5 years of traditional Chinese Pokemon trading card game. So it released in 2019, and now it's 5-year anniversary. So it's like a celebration again of all those cards. And then these cards, there's like how many? 15 stamped promos of each generation.
Nice.
It is really nice, but that is that's unnecessary, right? What people really want is that exclusive Pikachu with Zoroark, Mew, and Terastal Charizard in there, which represents the three past generations. And that is really cool. Really cool promo indeed.
It's like a Battle Festa card, isn't it? Like one of the old school Battle Festas we used to get.
Yes, like you say, or the Precious Collection box, also very similar. And what do you think about this card? Because, like you said, you really like it. Battle Festa. What feeling does it more?
I'm getting very nostalgic vibes, Zach. I feel like I'm back in 2016. This is very similar to the sort of old school Battle Festas we used to get, sort of like very early, like Sun and Moon, back end of X and Y, and it's not got many sort of like Pokemon on it that are too modern, if you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. It's got Mew, Zoroark, Charizard, Pikachu. So yeah, I'm getting like a really nostalgic feel from this card, and I do really like it.
That's great. One counter question, right? This is a look behind a $70 box, and the earlier Battle Festas were not.
True.
Do you still like it as much?
On, mate.
Because
absolutely. I think.
Okay.
Yeah. The answer is yes.
Okay. Okay, that's a great answer, because times have changed indeed. I think still, right, this is worth getting if you want something exotic. Can never say never, right? But I highly doubt that they would release this anywhere else. The only thing I can see is mainland China, right? Simplified Chinese, because they also started with Sun and Moon and to the Scarlet and Violet. They eventually reach Scarlet and Violet, so that matches. The rest not, clearly not, right? So we will see. We will see where this promo ends. But I think this is a very underrated card. I want to say underrated card of the year, because again, it ticks all of the boxes. Yeah, like you said, it gives you Battle Festa vibes. So that gives you a nice summary. And again, the chance is there that it will never release anywhere else. So
you don't think the Pikachu...
That makes me excited.
You don't think the Pikachu special illustration rare is the underrated card of the year then?
No. No,
that's a shame.
Absolutely not. Because
lots of people
Sparks
spending a lot of money on that card.
Yes, and that's why it is overhyped. And that's why it's not underrated anymore. You know, what right now car markets are like sub 300 euros. Sorry, I'm in no way, personally, right, it's my opinion, am I going to pay that for a Pikachu card? The 20,000 yen for the Japanese version makes way more sense. Yeah. But what the Sorting Sparks really is, coming back to Sorting Sparks, this card, Pikachu, is like the top chase card, and the rest is, you have a Larios EX special art, and the rest is like sub $50. Then that's really it about the set. So you have like two chase cards, one master chase card, and the rest you're opening packs for nothing. So,
that's a good
all
point.
to justify
you don't
that.
Too much. You don't want to spend too much on it. It's a good set to enjoy, though, isn't it?
It's a good set to enjoy. Personally, I think there are better alternatives to get, right? Let's say, hey, I have 300 euros to spend right now, yeah? What do I get? First of all, I would get one copy of Braysh. That's one. No, but I really think...
You might not get back, but you definitely get that.
Exactly. But, no. Yeah. No, but I really think, for example, like Braysh Stars, Charizard V, special art, that got sub 100 euros. I would get that first, because that is not hyped right now. Sorry, but Braysh Stars, it is 2 years old. That you won't pull it from a pack that easily. Sorry, but I really think that is a better choice to buy than that Pikachu right now. And that is a thing, you know, not everyone will agree with me. But again, right now, I think this Chinese Pikachu is more underrated than the Pikachu from Surging Sparks. Very easy decision for me.
I agree with you as well, Zach, to be honest.
Yeah.
Completely.
This promo released the last month. Do you see anything about it on social media? Not as much.
Absolutely not.
Yes.
Not as much as we should.
Yeah.
Now's a good time to pick it up, perhaps.
There
this
you
is
go.
definitely one I want to keep as well. I want to keep in my collection, I think.
I've convinced you. I'm very happy.
I'm very easily manipulated, Zach, I'll be honest with you.
Right, the traditional Chinese 5th anniversary premium card set. That's that. Let's go on with the next topic. This is for next year. Personally, again, I'm in my element, and this is the stuff that I hoped for, and this is the stuff that you as well, Ryan, really like. Glory of Team Rocket finally got. There we go. There's the Mewtwo indeed, the Mewtwo figure on his shoulder indeed. Yeah, the Glory of Team Rocket finally, it's got a set release. It is not a rumor anymore, really. Same goes for Hot Air Arena, which is a little bit more abstract. Let's first start with Hot Air Arena. That set is the second set of next year. before Better Partners, right? Better Partners releases, January? Yes, January 24. Bell Partners, that's the Trainers Pokemon set, which we saw teased during Worlds 2024, last summer. The next set, the second set, will be Hot Air Arena, March 14, 2025. And that the rumor is there that the pack art contains Garchomp and Cynthia, indicating that an EX card of those combination will be in there. And what do you think about that combination, Ryan?
Yeah, it's Pokemon pulling their, flexing their financial muscles again in some sort of way, isn't it? It's like, oh, we're just gonna, we'll give you a Team Rocket set, we'll give you a Pikachu set, we'll give you an Eevee set, we'll give you a Cynthia set. There's definitely gonna be like a Lily set in about 4 months' time. We're gonna hear about a Lily set.
I mean,
this sounds cool.
Yeah, they have shown Lily off in with Clefairy, right, in the teaser. So
that's true. Yeah,
and there's a Lily merchandise from what I heard coming as well. So they're definitely pulling all the stops out and going. They are going Smash Bros Ultimate this next year. Yeah,
it's a good analogy. I like that.
That's a nice way to put it, indeed. But yeah, I think
everybody's here.
Everyone is there. The All-Stars is going to, to drop. I think, again, there's not much to talk about. It will contain 30 packs in one booster box. That's really it.
That's a standard set size, isn't it?
Yeah, standard set size. They don't do anything else right now, except for the high-class pack sets, that contains different packs. But that's really it. We don't know much. We can speculate more. That's very exciting, again. Next year is going to be our year in terms of enjoyment.
It's going to be our year, man.
Yes. Let's say you come back in January, at the end of January, after Better Partners. No?
Yeah, of course I will.
Wow. No, that's already done. Let's.
I won't have. I'll have stopped collecting by then. After the Eeveelution set, Zach, come out.
Oh, so you want to
finish me off? Like, I'm not doing this anymore. I've had enough of this.
That's a good, a nice way to start off next year. But I think you won't last a month. Nice resolution to make. But so next, if you still haven't stopped collecting by then, we have Glory of Team Rocket in April. So there's going to be again.
I'll come back for April.
Yeah. So, there's going to be the Mewtwo set. No, sorry, the Team Rocket set. And what the pack art was rumored to be is Giovanni and Mewtwo. But that was fairly obvious because you see Mewtwo in the teaser of Worlds floating around. But again, April 18th, 2025, 30 packs in one box. And that's really all about what we know. And what do you think about that, Ryan?
So it's going to be like, it sounds like more focused towards something than, Hot Air Arena. You could fit a few different trainers into that, whereas this is obviously extremely focused on Team Rocket. So we have Giovanni and Mewtwo. I'm just thinking, like, what are the sort of Team Rocket combinations you could have that could appear in the set? I can't really think of any other Team Rocket characters apart from Jesse and James, but I don't think they like to I know they have done in the past. We've had Here Comes Team Rocket and things like that. Perhaps we'll get another card sort of in a similar vein to that. But apart from that, I'm not too sure what else we might see. Maybe like a grunt and a coughing or something like that. But it'd be interesting to see how these sets are gonna line up and they're gonna work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, whatever happens, I am sure the set will. It may overhype 1.5. No, over. I want to say it all depends on what cards they reveal. And, 151 was really, here is all 151 Pokemon coming. Ideal marketing trick. This set, Glory of Team Rocket. I mean, you can't already see on the teaser of the Worlds. There's the Rocket logo, Team Rocket logo with Mewtwo in there. Sorry to say this, but what else do you need more? They would really show off 4 cards.
There'd be a huge chase card in that set, and that's all they want. That's all they need.
Not even that, right? If it's on team, right? Like make what I really want to see. What would be a really cool idea is give a modern iteration of the Team Rocket Returns EX cards, right? Not 1-to-1, but quite similar, right? Team Rocket Snorlax EX, Scizor, Scyther, there's like a Team Rocket's Meowth, give a nice modern version of that, right? And if you do that alone, the whole internet will break. It doesn't need much. They would screw up really hard, to make ugly cards, and uncool cards to make the set fail. It doesn't need much to at least overhype 151.
It'd be interesting to see how Giovanni does sort of fit into it, whether it's, because obviously there'd be lots of Team Rocket such and such cards. Whether the Giovanni one is specifically Giovanni's Mewtwo, or if it's just Team Rocket's Mewtwo again.
Who knows? Maybe.
As I said, it's going to be very interesting to see how these sets set up.
You have seen the Shiny Legends Mewtwo GX, the test tube one. Who knows, right? Maybe they give a good continuation of that story, right? Maybe Mewtwo has been broken out of that, and it's finally attacking Giovanni. Still, who knows? Yeah, it's
lots
all possible.
For sure. We could get variations as well. We could have the Team Rockets Mewtwo, then we could have like the art rare, we could have special illustration rare, we could have a Giovanni trainer card in it, which is a similar artwork. It could be really big time.
Absolutely. And there's and we don't know what better partners will do, but I'm sure they won't quit, regular EX cards. So maybe you will see a standalone Mewtwo EX. It's all
Team Rockets,
it's all
Mewtwo
possible.
EX.
Yeah, or maybe like a Mewtwo EX on its own. That's also possible. It doesn't have to be 100%, trainers Pokemon, right?
Yeah.
But again,
we'll know more in January, won't we?
Absolutely. No, not necessarily in January. I think maybe March we will know more. That's generally how these sets reveals work. But I think we can both agree, and I think a lot of agree as well. The set, whatever it does, it will break the internet, and it doesn't have to be much.
Prepare yourselves and prepare your wallets for the next 6 months of pain.
Yes, forget about Prismatic Evolutions. It's forget 151. You've had your 1 year to collect. It is all about the glory of Team Rocket.
The year's over. 151.
You heard it first. Right, next. Back to 2024. The spectacle of the year.
High class time.
Yeah, what is your favorite evolution?
Actually, Jolteon. What about you?
Oh, no, that's...
I know what yours is. I know yours is really bad time
Vaporeon.
Up for you.
Vaporeon. I think it's Vaporeon.
Not Vaporeon. It's not Vaporeon. I think it's not.
It's Umbreon.
I know it is. That's why you're going to have a really bad time coming up, Zach.
Who knows? Yeah. Let's first start with the Japanese version. Near the end of October, high class pack Terastal Festival was officially revealed. Before that, there was like small teaser, that evolutions were coming. We didn't know for sure, if all 9 were coming as well. But all 9 evolution Pokemon are coming as EX cards. All in a Stella type form as well. First of all, let's get this out of the way. What is a high class pack set? That is, in Japan, when the last set of the year contains a special set with all like playable cards, collectible cards, all in a very small set. What you do have generally is one ultra rare, EX card or better in one pack. And these sets contain a lot of value. I think if you are a Japanese player, you are in for a feast. It's a shame we personally don't have such a product here. That's reserved for the special set here. But what these really are, 10 packs, small packs as well, contains immense value, and final set of the year. And it contains many, many great art generally, right? Not every year, but looking back to Shiny Treasure EX, but
very disappointing.
That's really what a high-class spec set is. Yeah, in retrospective, not terrible. It will not. I think it will not age well. That aside, this, however, may have unlimited potential. And why I'm saying this may have that, because we just have seen the double rare art, just the regular artwork, right? And there's no any higher rarity revealed at all. And that's the question for you, Ryan. What do you think about this reveal so far?
Interesting. Thank you for the little setup there, Zach. I think I see where we're at. Yes, I'm very excited for what could possibly be coming. And I think if you're a fan of Eeveelutions, if you're a fan of particularly Umbreon, we're probably going to have a pretty bad time if the Moonbreon is anything to go by. People are very much speculating that any sort of special illustration rare that Umbreon may get, or may not, would probably go in a similar vein to the Moonbreon. So I think whilst it is very exciting, we should also consider the possibilities of other special illustration rares that we could get in this set. They haven't revealed the Charizard yet, and Pikachu could quite easily come back for another set as well, straight after. But I'm pretty sure we're not just going to be getting the Eeveelutions in this set, although they are obviously at the forefront of things.
That's a great answer. Personally, my opinion about High Class Spec, Terastal Festival, cool that they are doing all the 9 evolutions. That is definitely a concept that I have not anticipated before, right? Usually, evolutions, like, to take a look at Eevee Heroes, gets its own set, right? Not, usually High Class Spec sets contain like 1 or 2 new EX cards in this case. Looking at last year, these generally are like reprints mostly. These contain 9 new Eeveelution EX cards. That is unheard of. So that is again new. But really, that's really about it. We cannot judge this set and make conclusions because there's nothing revealed yet. There's no high rarity. For example, looking at Shiny Treasure EX, that set last year showed off in its first reveal shiny cards. V-Star Universe revealed art rares and SAR cards, right? The set before was the VMS Climax. Instantly revealed some character super rares, I believe, and character rares. I'm not sure.
It did, yeah.
They revealed some of that. So they've only revealed this, and I am not overly hyped and excited because we have nothing seen yet, and I'm sure eventually we will see more reveals. But
that won't be
yeah,
long,
it's really no. It's releasing December 6th, 2024. I forgot to mention that. So we are like a month away. Yeah, after next Friday, after this Friday, it's a month away. So so it's very close. Pre-orders are also online on Pokemon Center Japan. They are very generous. You can buy 5 booster boxes. So the supply is out there. Do not overpay for the set, in my opinion. But you may do it right by pre-ordering it right now. Because again, we don't know what is in the set. And I say that very deliberately. We don't know what's in the set. I doubt it will not flop. I think it will be a success. Coming back to the whole thing. Yeah, let's wait it out. I think that's the best thing to say. And with that, we've also the English version, Prismatic Evolutions. That set is the special set, Scarlet and Violet 8.5. Again, it's a subset, special set, or incremental set, as TPCI likes to call it. That set is a little bit more ambitious, because that's that set mentioned again in its first reveal 32 special illustration rare Pokemon EX and supporter cards. So yeah, that is very interesting.
And where are they getting them?
If you're not an Eeveelution fan,
where are they getting these 32 illustration rares from? Just don't know.
I believe I don't know. I want to say that the majority is coming from High Class Spec Terastal Festival.
Got to be.
So even it likely will be, right. That's in line with all the older High Class Spec sets, that contain special art and such.
You usually get one per box, really. The High Class set, unless you get like a gaudy super rare or something like that, which has been known to a few people. I'm sorry, Taj. I'm really sorry.
I pulled gaudy as well. So
I think. Hold on. I think Taj did it about 3 times.
Yeah, that's exception. Yeah, he got really plagued with Gori.
Bless him.
So, but honestly, Prismatic Evolutions is really saying something about Terastal Festival, and really even went as far as revealing on a poster collection some of the special illustration rares, that's called in English, of the Eeveelution EX cards. And Ryan was the first one to show it on the internet. Tell me more about it.
Oh, we were allowed to talk about it. I was scared. I was really terrified.
Terrified.
Yeah, but it's, it was
it's all yours. Stage all yours.
The poster collection, which is part of the official artwork that's given to distributors and things like that, was displayed by English UK store Smith's Toys. So on the listing for the poster set, they had a picture of the poster. Now, very sillily, which I think's a word, by Pokemon, they put all the special art rares for the Eeveelutions on this poster and distributed it to every single store that they sell Pokemon cards to. How did they think this information was not going to get out? Ryan,
counter question. If they knew they would, they have sold 30% less Pokemon cards this year.
They've done it on purpose.
Why
cheeky
not?
Pokemon.
Why not?
Oh look, we've accidentally really hyped up this set. Very sneaky. Very sneaky.
I mean, it's always possible, The marketing is something that I don't work in, but I think this could be a marketing stunt. Honestly.
It's not a bad shout. I can completely see that as well.
I mean, what do they have to lose, honestly?
We were hyped anyway. The set was going to sell anyway. This is not going to make the set sell less, is it? Let's be honest. It's definitely going to go the opposite way. But saying that, Zach, you can still get 5 boxes on the Pokemon Center, as you said.
Yes.
So luckily, it does look like this set is really going to be printed well.
Yeah, but I do suggest pre-ordering it. You never know what the secondary market may do to empty out the remaining stock. Just like 151 did at the time, right? That is really, again, a danger lurking for those who cannot sleep peacefully. I want to suggest pre-order it if you can.
Absolutely.
I cannot, speak for Prismatic Evolutions, because that's, you get less guarantee, compared to the High Class Spec set. Like you said earlier, a High Class Spec set contains 1 guaranteed pull, usually, Prismatic Evolutions is a special set, random packs, random guarantee. There's no guarantee. Just how it's going to be. But if you care for the English cards, I cannot blame you. For all sorts of reasons, pre-order it now. This set releases on January 17th, 2025. So that's, a week before Battle Partners releases in Japan. Yeah, definitely, check out on the PokeGuardian social media, next month. Or this whole month, right? They will reveal eventually a special art of Terastal Festival, to give you an impression of what's to come. They have also, ahead of Japan, revealed the Elite Training Box promo. That is an art, I don't know what art, what rarity it is right now, but it's a special illustration rare style promo. That's what they call it, of Eevee. And, that's already giving off a nice taste of what's to come, honestly. So that is also adding fuel to the fire, if I may say so. What do you think about that Archer promo?
It's a very nice promo, and it's interesting because we're definitely, the English set at least, if you include the promo, are getting 2 versions of Eevee in special art form, aren't they? You've got just the regular Eevee art rare, and you've got the
Stamp.
Eevee EX special illustration rare. So hopefully, I don't know, hopefully we don't also start getting Umbreon, Espeon, Jolteon art rares and then special illustration rares for the EX cards specifically. I don't know how I feel about that. I think what you're saying is right. If you can pre-order the set now, go ahead, because as soon as people find out that perhaps maybe we're going to have another Umbreon card in the set as well that people might not have considered before, you might lose your opportunity. So
welcome back. We had some technical difficulties, and we are back, but we are about to finish this episode anyway. And Prismatic Evolutions and Terastal Festival releasing very close to each other. Next month, December 6th for Japan, January 17th, the first product release for Prismatic Evolutions. Do not forget to pre-order. And with that, I will end this podcast. Ryan, do you have anything to say?
Buy now. Buy Prismatic Evolutions and whatever it's called in Japanese. Buy it now before you lose your opportunity.
Yeah. Buy it. With that, we'll end this podcast. Thank you very much, Ryan, for being a nice guest again. And again, where we can find you again?
At Braysh Gaming on pretty much everything. And we have an online store at Kādo Collectables.
Definitely nice. Thank you very much, everyone. You can catch us on all social media platforms, all places where you get your podcasts from, on YouTube as well. And with that, have a nice day, everyone. Goodbye.
Goodbye.